I'm just about to start my workout for today. This workout is going to be nice and short, only 20 minutes long. That's really all I have time for today. You can see that I'm using my dip bar. So if you have a piece of equipment similar to this, go ahead and grab it. Or if you have an old walker, you can probably use that as well. Take a minute to make sure you're good and warmed up because we're going to get right into it. If you do not have a piece of equipment similar to this that you can use, stick around because after I finish my workout, I will very quickly walk you through some equipment-free modifications that you can make so that you can still do this workout right along with me, even if you don't have a piece of equipment like this. So now I'm going to go ahead and get started. I'll explain what we're doing very quickly right after the plane flies over. So I mentioned that this is going to be a 20-minute AMRAP. I think I said it's an AMRAP. If I didn't say it before, I said it was going to be 20 minutes long. I'm saying it now. It's going to be an AMRAP, A-M-R-A-P, that stands for as many rounds as possible. So I'm doing a short little combo, and I'm going to just do it as many times as I can while my timer counts down 20 minutes for me, but there's a buy-in. So before I get to the AMRAP portion, I'm going to first complete 50 reps of reverse push-ups on here, which is really just a body weight row. So after the initial 50 reps, then I'm going to get started on my little combo, and then I will just, with the time remaining out of my 20 minutes, I'm going to do that as many times as I can before time is up. Okay, one more plane and then we'll get started. So remember that I always type out the instructions for the workout. Look at the description box below the video and you'll see everything written out. It should be very clear. Plus you're going to watch me do it right now. So after you have read the description box and watched me do it, as always, if anything is unclear about the format, if you have questions about the specific exercises that we are doing today, or if you need any further help with equipment-free substitutions or beginner modifications beyond what I'm providing in the video and beyond what I have typed out in the description box, please just ask. You know, it is always so important to me that all of my workouts are accessible to anyone and everyone who wants to do them with me, and I am always happy to help facilitate that in any way I can. So if anything is unclear, if you have questions or if you need help, please just ask. All right, I have to pause every time a plane flies over, and there's planes flying over like every 20 seconds right now. So, and I also, like I said, I really have no time today, so we have to get right into it. So go ahead and watch me do it first, and then stick around. We'll talk about what to do if you do not have any equipment after the workout. But for right now, I'm just gonna get my watch going. And now I have my timer set to count down 20 minutes, but I have a 10-second rest interval first so that we have time to get ready and I don't lose any time off of my work interval. So this is our 10-second rest interval, starting my watch. And as soon as the timer beeps again, that's the start of our 20-minute work interval. We're gonna start with 50 reverse push-ups. That's 20. I need to rest for a minute or two before I have enough strength to continue. I have to do another 30. So I'll probably, hopefully, I love when I do this exercise and I have to pause and rest, and I feel like I'm in like a little fort or something. I should get like sheets to cover this. Oh my God, I'm being ridiculous. Okay, so I'm going to hopefully be able to continue with sets of 10. One thing I want to mention while I'm resting is that having your legs straight while you do these will increase the difficulty quite a bit. I can do a couple of them like that, but I'm not going to now. But having your legs straight will increase the difficulty quite a bit. It's kind of the equivalent of doing push-ups from your toes as opposed to doing them from your knees. So I have my knees bent and I have my feet flat on the floor. I don't know if you noticed, but after my first 10 reps, my feet were kind of out here and I moved them in a little bit closer. So the closer you have your feet to your body, the easier it's gonna be. The farther out they are, the more difficult it's gonna be. And if you straighten your legs all the way, that makes this exercise just incredibly difficult. So, I think I've rested for like 5 minutes now. I'm going to start on another 10. Hopefully I can do another 10 unbroken. And then we'll just have 2 more sets of 10 to go. So when you're ready, all right, so that's 30 for me. I'll try to shorten up the rest breaks a little bit. So the reason it makes it easier to have your feet bent is because you can kind of push into you can push your feet into the ground and use your legs a little bit to help you lift yourself up. And then you're relying less on your upper body to do that. So be mindful of how much you're using your legs. Obviously they're there to help you, so use them as much as you need to, but really focus on your back and really try to make sure that you are using your back muscles as much as you can. And of course, make sure you're controlling the movement on the way up and controlling the movement on the way down. Okay, so yes, use your legs as much as you need to, but use them as little as you can. All right, hopefully that was enough rest to tackle another set of 10 and complete them unbroken. I will see what happens when you're ready. Here we go. All right, that's 40. I just have 10 more to go. But I just don't have the strength to do them right now, so I need another little rest. I'll try to keep it as short as I can. And you should do the same. Make sure you're working at your own pace, okay? If you need a longer rest break than what I'm taking, then take a longer rest break. If you're stronger than I am and you don't need to rest, just skip ahead, because you don't need to be spending 10 minutes on these if you are strong enough to do them all. Like if you can do all 50 unbroken, my goodness, I'm jealous. Never in a million years do I think I could do that. All right, last 10 reps. When you're ready, here we go. 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48. I want to rest so bad, but I have just 2 left. I'm gonna push. 49, last one. 50. All right. That took me almost 6 minutes, way longer than I wanted it to, but it's okay, we got them done. So now with the remainder of the 20 minutes, I have 14 minutes remaining. I'm just gonna go through my little combo as many times as I can before the 14 minutes is up. So the combo is going to be mountain climbers, dips, and knee raises. So I'm gonna start with 50 mountain climbers. I double count my mountain climbers. Okay, so I count each 2 steps as 1 rep. So if you count each step as 1 rep, you'll count to 100. I'm counting like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We're going to 50. 40. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 50. Next is going to be dips. I'm actually using my dip bar to do a dip. And knee raises. 5 dips, 20 knee raises. You can do a set of 5 dips and then do a set of 20 knee raises. I'm breaking mine up. So I'm gonna do 1 dip, then 5 knee raises. And then I'm gonna repeat that until I've done 5 dips and 20 knee raises. Make sense? So, dip, knee raise. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's 1. I've done 1 dip, I've done 5 knee raises. So again, dip, knee raise. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 2. So now I've done 2 dips and 10 knee raises. So we're gonna do that twice more, and then I'm going to add on 1 more dip at the end. Okay? Dip, knee raise. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 3. I've done 3 dips and 15 knee raises. I think you probably got the hang of it by now, but I started talking you through this first round, so I'm gonna see it through. Dip, knee raise. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and now 1 more dip. Okay, so dip, knee raises, dip, knee raises, dip, knee raises, dip, knee raises, dip. Okay? It's not complicated. All right, so that's 1 round. That took me almost 4 minutes. I'm gonna keep going, try to do at least another 3 rounds. I'm gonna see if I can pick up the pace a little. I've talked you through the first round, so you know what we're doing. So let's go ahead and get right into round number 2, see if we can pick up the pace and get 2 more rounds in a little bit faster, starting with 50 mountain climbers, or 100, depending on how you count them. One more dip. Wait. I lost track. I'm gonna do 5 more knee raises just to make sure. And one final dip. It may have been an extra dip and an extra 5 knee raises. I'm not sure, but I think I lost count, so I think that was 5 and 20. Doesn't matter. All right, 7 minutes left. Let's start our next round. 50 mountain climbers. Or 100. 10. 20. 30. 40. Mountain climbers are the literal worst. I know this workout is tough, it's simple, it's short, and it might look easy, but my arms and my shoulders are killing me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I need to rest. Still fighting to finish this round and another one, so just keep pushing, do your best. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. One more set, plus one more dip. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. One more dip. Gotta keep pushing, but we can finish another round, I think. Or we'll come close. I will anyway. Maybe you've already finished. I don't know. All right, 50 mountain climbers. As soon as you're ready, we gotta push. We only have a few minutes left. 10. 20. 30. 20 more. 35. 40. 45. 46. 47. 48. 49. And 50. Okay. 3 minutes left. Let's push. 8, 9, 10. My shoulders and my arms are just killing me right now. 2 more sets plus 1 more dip. I have less than 2 minutes. You gotta push. So dip. Use that leg as low as possible. It's more and more with each rep. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 1 more set, plus 1 more dip. Oh, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, just 1 more dip. We still have a minute left. So we'll finish this round and maybe hopefully at least get through our mountain climbers of our next round. 1 final dip. Okay, got about 40 seconds left. Let's see if I can get my mountain climbers done. I'm gonna have to push really hard. 30, 20 more. 35, 40, 45. That's 20 minutes. You can be done, or you can finish this round with me. I'm resetting my timer as a stopwatch. Gonna finish up these last 5 reps of mountain climbers. 46, 47, 48, 49, and 50. And I'm gonna do my dips and knee raises. Just wanna finish this round. You don't have to. I promised you a 20-minute workout. 20 minutes is up, so if you're done, you can be done. Do your bonus burpee, stretch. Go have your shower. Eat some lunch, get on with your day. If you feel like torturing yourself with me, let's just finish up this final round. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 2 more sets, plus 1 more dip. Almost there. 1 more set plus 1 more dip. Sixteen, 17, 18, 19, 20. Just 1 more dip. So that took me an additional 2 minutes and 19 seconds. I lost track of how many rounds I did, but let's say that I did, I don't know, let's say I did 4 full rounds and then half of my 6th round. So when I write my score in my little notebook, I will notate that I did however many full rounds plus an additional 45 mountain climbers into my next round. Then I will notate that I completed however many full rounds I did in 22 minutes and 19 seconds. So I find it very helpful to always write down my scores, and that way the next time I come back to this workout, I can compete against myself. I have a very clear goal in mind of what I want to do and a score that I want to beat, and I find it very motivating. It helps me to really push myself hard because I always want to score a personal best, and I find it very encouraging when I can look at those scores and see notable improvement, and then I feel like, okay, I'm getting better, I'm getting faster, I'm getting stronger, I'm getting more fit. Last time, you know, I was only able to do this many rounds, and this time I was able to do more. So you don't have to write down your scores, but I always do because I find it very helpful. So it might be worth trying. Maybe it works for you, maybe it doesn't. We're almost done. Let's go ahead and do our bonus burpee together, and then I'm going to talk you through just a couple of things I want to mention before I show you the equipment-free substitutions for those of you who do not have a piece of equipment similar to this. But first, let's go ahead and do our bonus burpee together, and that way the workout will be officially complete. Yeah, let me just move this. So here we go, final rep of the day when you're ready. Okay, so very quickly before I move on to the equipment-free modifications, let me just say that, so this piece of equipment is from Ultimate Body Press, so if you want to buy the exact same one I'm using, I think it's a bit overpriced, but it is a great piece of equipment. I use it a lot, so if you plan on following my workouts regularly, it wouldn't be a bad idea to have something like this. It doesn't have to be the exact one that I'm using, but if you're curious, this is from Ultimate Body Press. But there are lots of different pieces of equipment out there like this, and I'm pretty sure I've seen an Amazon branded one, which I'm sure is much cheaper than this, so that's another possibility. But there are other ones that are similar to this, but they're 2 pieces instead of all being a 1 piece. Check sites like AMRAP. There's always tons of workout equipment on those sites because people buy the equipment thinking they're going to use it, then they don't use it, so they're willing to get rid of it at a good price. So check sites like that as well. And if you're on AMRAP, look for old walkers. I have looked before just to see what's out there. I found an old walker like immediately for like $10. Those old walkers that look similar to this, not the kind that like that roll and have a little seat on them and everything, but they look kind of exactly like this. You know what I'm talking about? You can repurpose an old walker and do exactly what I was doing today. You can use them for the reverse push-ups, you can use them for the dips, and you can use them for the knee raises. So that's another possibility. It really is a smart thing to invest in because it's a great piece of equipment. But if you don't have anything similar to this and you don't plan on getting anything similar to this, then we'll talk about that in a minute. But I first wanted to mention what I was doing on my dips because after all of those reverse push-ups, I did not have enough strength in my arms to do even one unassisted dip. So I was using my foot to assist me. So ideally, you want to have your feet lifted the entire time, okay? So as I'm bending my elbows and lowering myself down, ideally so that my, oh, I did one. Okay, look at me go. So ideally, see how my feet are up and I'm bending my elbows. Ideally, I would like to get that oh my God, I did 2, look at me. Ideally, I want to get from my elbow to my shoulder parallel to the ground. That would be ideal. So lower yourself down as low as you can and control the movement. Control the movement down, control the movement up. What I was doing was using my foot to assist me. So instead of keeping my feet up the whole time, I was letting one foot come down onto the dip bar. I was using it as little as possible, but as I sunk down and I felt like I needed a little assistance, I was placing my foot down on the dip bar. And then again, using it to assist me. So I'm pressing my foot into the dip bar just a little bit on the way up because I didn't have enough strength in my arms to do it without the help. Okay, so I was using that foot as little as I could, really trying to focus on using my triceps as much as I can to power the movement. But make sure that you can use your foot as much as you need to assist with that. Use it as little as possible, but use it as much as you need to, okay? So that's all I wanted to mention about that. The other thing I want to say is that if you have a pull-up bar, I have one. I never use it out here because there's nowhere really to put it, but they're great. I got that one that I have at Bed Bath & Beyond like 100 years ago for like $30 plus 20% off. If you know, you know. But those they just go in like the doorway. They're great. It's such a great thing to own. So if you have a pull-up bar, or if you have access to a pull-up bar at the gym or at a local park, there's a park within walking distance from me that has like parallel like bars that I could use the way I'm using my dip bar. It also has pull-up bars. So for the buy-in, instead of the reverse push-ups, you could do pull-ups. Now I find pull-ups much more challenging than these reverse push-ups. These are hard, but I find pull-ups way more challenging. So if I were doing pull-ups for my buy-in, I would have probably done 25 reps instead of 50. It would take me all day to do 50 pull-ups, and then I would have like 4 minutes left to do my AMRAP portion. So that's not the point. I would do 20 or 25 pull-ups, but if you're really good at pull-ups and you can, 50 is easy for you and you can do them in just a few minutes, then, do 50. But that would be another great option. Because you could also do hanging knee raises on your pull-up bar. So yeah, if you have a pull-up bar, that's another thing that you could use as a substitution for this. Now let me move this out of the way and I will show you some other ways that you can modify the exercises if you do not have this piece of equipment or something similar, or an old walker that you can repurpose, or a pull-up bar. So the very first exercise, the one we were doing for our buy-in, the reverse push-ups, I call them reverse push-ups because I have always called them reverse push-ups because that's what Jessica Light used to call them, and so that's what I call them. But it's really a body weight row. It's not a push-up. I'm not pushing my body weight up, I'm pulling my body weight up. So it's more similar to a pull-up than a push-up, which is why I say if you don't have a dip bar, you can do pull-ups instead. That will be probably the best thing to substitute. But when you think about what you're doing, it's actually the same as a row, but I'm rowing my own body weight. So you can always substitute with bent over rows. And I know this requires more equipment that you may or may not have, but let me just show you, because if you don't have a sandbag or something similar that you can use, you can always try to kind of make something similar to a sandbag by grabbing like a backpack or a duffel bag and filling it with some sort of weight, or you could just grab any type of household item. Any weight will work for this. So you could try it with a jug of laundry detergent, or like a milk gallon container or two filled with like some sand or water or some kind of weight, beans, rice. Okay, so look for household items that will work, because any type of weight will work for this pretty much. But I'll show you with my sandbag. So very quickly, shoulders back and down, chest lifted high, strong, tight, engaged, core flat back. So push the booty back and keep the weight in your heels. Bend your knees. Do not lock your knees out, keep them soft. There should be a bend to your knees, and you're hinging at the hips, so your back is flat. Push the booty back, weight is in the heels. From this position, this bent over position, I'm going to row, in this case my sandbag, but I'll show you with dumbbells as well. So from this position, I'm bent over, I'm going to just hold the sandbag by the handles on the end, bend my shoulders, and in a control movement, lift the weight up towards my chest, and then in a control movement, lower the weight down. You can do the same thing with dumbbells. So shoulders back and down, chest high. Strong, tight, engaged core. Pushing that booty back and hinging at the hips. Bending the knees, keeping the weight in the heels and a flat back. And then from this bent over position, in a controlled movement, I'm gonna bend the elbows and lift the weights up towards my shoulders, and then in a controlled movement, lower the weights back down. You can use any kind of weight for that, but if there's just nothing you can use, if you don't feel comfortable adding weight, then rows are not going to work for you. So just substitute with any push-up or burpee variation that you want. It's not going to be exactly the same exercise because, as I said, push-ups are going to work more of your chest because you're pushing your body weight up, whereas the reverse push-ups or body weight rows or bent over rows are going to work your back muscles because you are pulling something up as opposed to pushing. Okay, so it's not going to be exactly the same exercise. You're not going to be working exactly the same muscles, but if you don't have anything that you can use to pull yourself up and you don't have anything that you can use to row, then you're going to just have to substitute with some other exercise. So any push-up or burpee variation is fine. The only other thing I was using my dip bar for was dips and knee raises. So I'm going to demonstrate how to do dips on this flimsy plastic folding chair, but please do not attempt to do dips on a flimsy plastic folding chair. This is just to show you what I'm talking about so you have a visual, because I didn't feel like grabbing my plyo box and lugging that out here. This is much faster and much easier. But make sure that your surface that you're using to do your dips is strong. Make sure that it can hold your entire body weight. Make sure it is sturdy and make sure it's stable and it's not going to slide around on you. If you are going to use a chair, you can do dips on a chair as long as your chair is strong and stable and sturdy. And I recommend putting it on a mat so it can't slide around on you. A plyo box would be ideal, but again, if you want to take this workout to the park, a park bench would work great, or if you own a park bench. You could also do these off of the edge of your coffee table or your couch. Any type of elevated surface will work as long as it's not a flimsy plastic folding chair. Okay, this is just so you have a visual. But to do dips off of a chair, all you would do is just grab onto the seat of the chair like this, or your plyo box or the edge of your coffee table. And again, you can do these with your legs straight. That would be the most challenging variation. Or you can bend your knees and have your feet flat on the floor. Okay, so you can do your dips from here, and you can just do all 5 dips from here. 1, 2, so bending your elbows, keeping your elbows close into your body, try not to let them splay out. 4 and 5. And then you can just come down on your mat and do 20 reps of any ab exercise, since I was doing 20 knee raises. So you can do 20 knee hugs, 20 sit-ups, 20 pikes, 20 leg raises, 20 reps of any ab exercise you want to do would be fine. So then you would be doing the same amount of dips and the same amount of abs, but you just would be breaking it up differently. Okay, so that is one option. Another option, if you want to do something a little bit more similar to what I was doing, you can do a little combo. So you start with your 50 reps of mountain climbers, and then you can come down to your strong, sturdy, stable surface that is not a flimsy plastic folding chair. You can do 1 dip, and then you can straighten the legs if they were not already straight for your dip, and you can do some, what do you call these? Like, they're like mountain climbers, but they're also kind of like knee raises, okay? So I would count each 2 crunches as 1 rep. So I would do my combo like this if I wanted to do something similar to what I was doing using a chair instead of a dip bar. So 1 dip, straighten the legs, and then count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now bend the knees again if you want to make the dip a little easier, or keep them straight if you want to challenge yourself. Dip number 2. And now 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Dip. And continue. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, and then 1 more dip. 5 more, whatever you call those, knee crunches, and then finish with your last dip. And that will be really similar to what I was doing on my dip bar, or you can break them up, do 5 dips, and then come down on your mat and do 20 reps of any ab exercise. So that's it. That's all your equipment-free modifications. Although if you want to get really nitpicky and count the chair or plyo box or park bench as a piece of equipment, then you can really even just do the dips without your hands elevated. So it's going to be much less challenging because your range of motion is going to be much shorter. But if you need to see it, here's how you can do a dip right on the ground, on your floor or on your mat. Just bring your hips up high, come into this reverse bridge position, and then keep your shoulders in. Try not to let them splay out. Keep them in towards your back. Bend the elbows, control the movement, and lower down as low as you can, hopefully until that little booty touches the ground. Straighten the elbows and put yourself back up, okay? So you can do your dips like this, and then you can do the little combo that we were doing with your knee crunches like that, or you can do the dips and your ab exercise separately. So you can do your 5 dips, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then you can do 20 reps of any ab exercise you want. So there you go. There is a completely equipment-free alternative for those of you that have absolutely no equipment that you can use for the AMRAP portion of this workout. I think that covers everything, but as always, if anything is unclear, if you have questions, or if you need any further help with modifications or substitutions, please just ask. I'm always here to help. If you did this workout with me today, thank you very much. Please let me know what you thought of it and how you did. Thank you to everyone who's been working out with me lately. And even if you're not working out with me, thank you for watching and sharing the videos. Thank you for all of my new subscribers. If you are not subscribed already, please subscribe. And of course, thank you if you have been subscribed for years. Thank you for all the likes and for all of your wonderful comments. And a special thank you to those of you who have been commenting with the secret code phrase of the day. So before I go, I will give you today's secret code phrase of the day. It is syrup and coffee. Why didn't I think of that? So if you are still watching, thank you. And hello. And please let me know that someone is still watching by going down to the comment section and leaving me a comment that says syrup and coffee. Why didn't I think of that? That's it for today, and I will see you all next time. Bye.